Hey, Heather, it's Jen from Tampa, Florida. I just want to let you know I've been screaming and yelling at my parents all day
Mm.
because I just got home from work and realized that we never had a conversation about this whole solar eclipse thing. So my dad has been golfing in the sun the entire time,
Yeah,
no sunglasses. He refuses to wear them.
yeah.
And my mom was out by the pool tanning all day, like all throughout the solar eclipse time.
hmm
So I hope that neither one of them has anything wrong with their eyes now after they have literally been staring at the sun the entirety of the time that
hmm
everybody tells you you shouldn't be staring at the sun. And I really thought that you would relate to this because I feel like it's definitely something that Robin would do.
hmm
So let's just pray for our parents. Love you so much. Love and light.
I'll tell you what. This solar eclipse situation was so much fun. I was glad I had the afternoon off, and I was out there with my glasses. Okay, I don't know if you know this. I'm a little bit of an astronomy nerd. Okay, I like the planets. I always loved building a solar system. Growing up in science class, like I enjoy. I've been an alien, an alien. What am I trying to say? I've been I have been trying to prove that aliens are amongst us for a really long time. And for a long time. I mean, I grew up watching X-Files. I'm into this kind of shit. I love Ancient Aliens is one of the best shows. I don't know why aliens have to do the solar eclipse, but I'm just saying the sun, the moon, the stars, the tides, it all makes sense to me. The menstrual cycle, I see the rhythm. Maybe because I'm a performer, I feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, girls, it's solar eclipse time. I don't know what it is, but I could also feel the energy. And I just want to point something out. If you felt that you were going fucking nuts this last week, and I'm not saying necessarily, the astrology bullshit, although I do think there's a little into it. There's something to it, but I will say when it came down to like just feeling this weird energy, like people were acting weird, something was off. Time and space have been feeling like they've been moving a little bit slower. If you've also been feeling that gravitational pull towards, I don't know, hell, just know you're not alone. I think we're all on the same page with that. But this eclipse, dude, I was pumped for it. Now, when the eclipse happened back in, I believe, what was it, 2017 or 2017, I was up in Highlands, North Carolina. I was in the line of totality. So I was right there. And it was awesome. And what happened was when you're in that perfect lineup, where the like believe people in Uvalde, Texas, Mexico, Dallas, up all the way up to Maine, a couple parts of Tennessee, it went completely black for them. When I experienced the solar eclipse back in 2017, we were out on a golf course up in Highlands, North Carolina, and all of a sudden it just got dark. And we all had our glasses on and we could see, but it was wild because for 4 minutes, for however long it lasted, the night creatures come out. You could hear the cicadas, you could hear all the animals that come out at night out. And then they went away in 4 minutes. As soon as the sun came back out, it was gone. But either way, okay, I don't know why I'm telling you this roundabout way of saying our parents were unprepared. You would think by now that they would have their shit together for an eclipse, but they live on the edge. Robin bumped herself. She's on blood thinners right now. And again, she won't go to a doctor. She sees her one doctor every 3 years and has told me, I definitely know that my blood pressure medicine prescription is off, but she is one of those where she'll just deny that she has anything wrong with her. The woman could get hit by a bus. Limbs are lost. An arm's across the highway. The leg is behind her head. And she'll be like, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Just maybe take me to urgent care. Robin is a deny. When my father was dying of cancer in the hospital, she's like, who wants to go to Houston's and get a spinach dip and a Chardonnay? It took her 3 weeks after he had died for me to like sit her down and be like, Mom, he's gone, right? Right. And listen, I do think that I get a very positive, joyful outlook on life from my mom. But there are days where I'm like, sweetheart, let's come back down to reality. Dad's dying. Okay, I know we're at a Houston's while the ICU has kicked us out so they can do a shift changeover, but daddy is dying. And she was like, don't say that. I mean, I get it. She was losing her partner. I don't want to I don't want to diminish the feeling she was feeling, but my sister and I did have moments where we're like, does she know what's going on? She's like, let's have an iced tea. We're going to be fine. And I'm like, and Dad's looking at her like, Robin, I'm dying. But still, can I get a blowjob? I was like, I'm in the room. Can we stop? Regardless, though, Robin bumped into something. She had a gash on her arm. We're down in Miami shooting a promo for something very exciting that I can't tell you about yet, but you'll hear very soon. And I look at her arm while she and I are at dinner, and I said, Mom, holy fuck, that was like wildly infected. And she's like, oh, I've been putting oil of oregano on it. It's fine. Listen, I ingest oil of oregano. I make my wellness shots in the morning. Oil of oregano is a natural antimicrobial, antibacterial little tincture, okay? It's great. Those who know. You got anything wrong with you, a little oil of oregano. You know what you're not supposed to do, though? Put it into an open wound. This bitch was basically taking Italian salad dressing and putting it on an open wound. So I panic, okay? I'm in the great flood of Miami. It is literal torrential downpour, and I have to walk 8 blocks with wet socks on to go to a Walgreens because I'm afraid she's not going to make it through the night. And I'm texting my husband. I'm like, Jeff, Robin's arm may have gangrene. This bitch has been putting oil of oregano on her open wound. And I had to hold her arm down, rinse it out. Thank God a couple nurses DM'd me and told me what to do. She's going to make it. But this woman will be bruised, beaten, broken, dry skin. And I'm going, what are you doing? She just kind of like doesn't take the necessary steps to fix the problem. Because she's like, oh, we're fine. Ma'am, it's just like you calling in about your parents. They're like, I'm sunbathing. Melanoma's not a thing. Your dad's playing golf. Oh, I'm going to look directly into the sun. We survived the war. What do you think? I can't handle a little solar eclipse. No, Ronnie. If you look directly into the sun on 16, you're going to die. Also, I do believe, too, there's something kind of weird, like looking directly into the sun. I know biblically, sometimes when these solar eclipses happen, I think the Lord might be sending us a little, well, I'm trying to do an owl noise. That's not an owl noise. What the fuck am I doing today? The Lord is trying to send us a little bird signal. Look to the heaven and the stars because I'm a-coming. But regardless, our parents are renegades. I mean, Robin's been dehydrated since 87. I think the last glass of water she drank is when they forced her to drink out of that, that giant mug that they give you when you're at the hospital giving birth. The only reason she probably was hydrated that week is because the only thing she could consume was ice chips. Although Robin has said, when she checked into the hospital to have me, they said it's going to be a minute, and she unplugged herself from all of the machines and forced my dad to take her to a steak and ale. And then she had a full ribeye and a load of baked potato and a glass of wine. And then she went back and had me like 5 hours later. They don't let you do that anymore because in case you got to do a C-section, you know what I mean? I don't think they want you to bleed out or like to doo-doo on yourself and or vomit. But Robin had a full ribeye, fully loaded baked potato. I would imagine some sort of Caesar salad or a wedge, 2 glasses of Chianti, and then, dabbed her lips and was like, let's go have this kid. So anyways, I get it. We did the best we could. We're doing the best we can with our parents. I talk about this all the time on here, but we're all in this weird sandwich years. My friend Angelique said it's the sandwich years. You're sandwiched in between taking care of your kids and your parents. And Robin's very self-sufficient. She's 76, but she's a young 42. But if you see her one day with one leg, she's just going to be hobbling around like she didn't even know she lost it. And I was like, Mom, can we just get some basic Neosporin, some Aquaphor? This bitch makes sunscreen in her bathtub like it's gin. She's running a speakeasy for SPF. And sometimes her sunscreen is fantastic, and sometimes you will end up with boils. It's a real crapshoot. So you know what? To this lovely listener who called in, you're doing the best you can. And if dad ends up blind because he looked directly at the sun and came face to face with the devil, well, we got to let go and let God. There's only so much we can do.